She almost deleted it, but something made her stop. Elena had already decided, at least that's what she told herself. The message was still open on her phone, the screen softly glowing in the quiet of her apartment. She had read it more times than she wanted to admit, not because it was long, not because it was complicated, but because it meant something, or maybe it used to. Now she wasn't so sure. Her thumb hovered just above the screen, right where the option appeared. Delete. One small action, one simple movement, and it would be gone, the words, the conversation, the reminder, all of it. Elena stared at the screen, her reflection faintly visible in the glass. She looked calm, but inside, something was unsettled. Not loud, not overwhelming, just present. She had learned over time how to let things go, how to stop holding on to moments that no longer belonged to her, how to move forward without needing explanations. And this was supposed to be one of those moments. Just delete it, close the chapter, move on, simple. She exhaled slowly. Her finger moved slightly closer, then stopped. There was no clear reason, no sudden thought, no memory pulling her back. Just a pause, the kind that appears quietly, but refuses to leave. Elena leaned back in her chair, the phone still in her hand, the message still open. Outside the window, the afternoon light had begun to soften. Shadows stretching gently across the room, time moving as it always did, unaware, uninterrupted. She looked at the message again. The words hadn't changed. Of course they hadn't, but they felt different now, not heavier, not lighter, just different. She tried to remember why she had kept it, why she hadn't deleted it days ago, weeks ago, why it was still there, waiting. She didn't have a clear answer, and maybe that was the answer. Some things don't stay because we need them. They stay because we're not ready to let them go. Not yet. Elena placed the phone on the table, then picked it up again. Almost immediately, as if putting distance between herself and the decision wasn't enough, as if the moment needed to be completed. She looked at the delete option again, so simple, so final. She imagined what it would feel like, the message disappearing, the space becoming empty, clean, clear, finished, and for a second, that felt right. But then another thought appeared. Quiet, unexpected. What if she wasn't deleting the message, but the moment, not the words, but what they represented, not the conversation, but the feeling? Elena frowned slightly, not in confusion, but in recognition, because that thought felt true. Deleting it wouldn't change what had happened. It wouldn't erase the memory. It wouldn't remove the meaning. It would only remove the evidence. And sometimes we keep things not because we need to see them, but because we need to know they existed. She looked toward the window. The sky had shifted into a soft, pale color, the kind that only appears in that quiet space between afternoon and evening. A transition, not fully one thing, not yet another. Elena felt like that moment, somewhere in between, Not holding on, not letting go, just paused. She picked up the phone one more time, her thumb hovering again. The same place, the same choice, but something had changed. Not the situation, not the message, her. She wasn't trying to decide anymore. She wasn't forcing a conclusion. She was simply listening to that quiet instinct that doesn't explain itself, that doesn't rush, that doesn't demand action. And for the first time since the moment began, she understood something simple. She didn't have to delete it. Not today, not right now, maybe not at all. Because closure isn't always about removing something. Sometimes it's about no longer needing to. Elena locked the phone, placed it gently on the table, screen facing down, not as an escape, not as avoidance, but as a choice, a quiet one. Outside, the day continued. Inside, the message remained. And for the first time, that felt completely okay.